What's up, guys? Mr. Johnson back with another video. I see everyone is out here protesting, almost everyone, and that's good. That's real good because it shows solidarity with the victim of police brutality and the state. However, protests supposed to stay within the realm of protest and not go into where people are rioting. Riots do nothing. Riots don't progress to freedom. They never have, and they never will. We should have learned this back in the day when Rodney King became a victim of police brutality, and we should have learned from the '60s and on up that riots don't do much good. What needs to happen? People need to just organize and then go at it from there. And once people organize, they can direct that energy to the state, to the government, and then say, look here, this is what's going on, this is what's going to happen. And if you all don't get it into gear and start respecting our human rights, our civil rights, etc., this is what's going to happen. And people need to organize and make it clean. And that's how you get things done. You don't get things done robbing and looting and burning shit down. I know everybody's frustrated, but that's not how a revolution should take place. You direct all that energy to the people who are causing the problem. And right now, that's the state. So you direct all your energy and everything and resources toward making the state change its position on things, and just pretty much making a brand new starting point for people to be able to live a decent and honorable and happy life. And that's what it's really about. So I mean, at this point, I'm really afraid of how this whole thing is going, because I feel it's no longer about what happened to George Floyd. I feel there is something else going on in this, because I feel like, since the coronavirus broke out, it's a situation wherein economics is involved, and I feel like this will help financially or economically collapse America. That's what I feel it's leading to. I feel that this is what the ruling class wanted. It's a matrix. This whole thing is a matrix. The way the system is set up. So even when you think you're doing right by rioting and things of that nature, you're really being thrown two steps back. You know what I mean? Because these people have built a matrix type system. So you have to be careful joining in with certain people who are creating a chaotic situation, because that's not really how you deal with this system. You deal with it up here. And that's why I say organizing and then going and having plans to change things are the best way to conquer a class of people who are trying to trample and take away your freedom and rights. And that's really what it's all about. I have read many books. I have seen many things in my lifetime. And I have seen how the political system changed over time, but it was never changed by way of riots. Never. It was people's unwillingness to obey certain unjust laws and unjust behavior from government, but they did it in a way that was organized. So what people have to do is get organized. You need to get key people who know how to articulate what needs to be said and done. And then you take those people who are the most articulate, you get them up there in front of the White House, and then you start making demands. And then you need to make out a 10-point program like the Black Panther Party. If there's anything to be learned from the Black Panther Party, they understood the laws and they understood their enemies. And they understood how to organize and bring about social and economic change. So this is what needs to happen. And for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying, go back and read history. Read every situation that came about where riots exploded, and see if anything came out of that. Nothing. So again, I don't think this is about George Floyd. I really believe, again, that there's something more sinister to this situation. And also I believe that people are just angry and just fed up with this, with the bullshit. I've been fed up with it. I've been speaking out a long time against this. So, if there's anybody to listen to, it's me. I've been involved in trying to advance justice, freedom, and equality for a very long time. So there it is. Mr. Johnson, I'm out.